8 mistakes you should never make when taking whey protein. Whey protein is probably, alongside creatine, the most popular fitness supplement in the world. And for good reason. It offers a practical and efficient way to increase protein consumption, essential for those seeking muscle gain or post-workout recovery. However, despite being very effective, its use is not free from potential pitfalls. Some mistakes that many people make daily when consuming this supplement not only can decrease its effectiveness, but also cause health problems that you won't want to experience. Therefore, in this video, you will see the 8 most common mistakes when taking whey protein that, besides throwing your money in the trash, can seriously harm your health. Stay attentive until the end because mistake number 5 is the most common. Mistake number 8. Incorrect selection of whey type. Many people enter a supplement store or access a website and simply ask for a whey protein, as if they were all the same. This is a mistake that can cost dearly for your wallet and your health. Each type of whey has specific characteristics developed for different needs and objectives. Whey concentrate, for example, contains 70 to 80% protein and still maintains significant amounts of lactose and milk fats. For many people, this is not a problem. But for those with lactose sensitivity, it can mean constant gas, abdominal pain, and diarrhea. Whey isolate undergoes a more rigorous filtration process, reaching 90% or more pure protein, with minimal amounts of lactose and fat. It is ideal for those with moderate lactose sensitivity or in a muscle definition phase, where every gram of fat counts. On the other hand, hydrolyzed whey is pre-digested through an enzymatic process, which makes its peptides smaller and more quickly absorbed by the body. This makes it perfect for the post-intense workout period when your body needs nutrients quickly to start recovery. Choosing the wrong type can not only result in digestive discomfort, but also in results below expectations. An athlete in a definition phase who opts for concentrate may be hindering their process due to the extra fats. On the other hand, someone with severe lactose intolerance who chooses a concentrate may develop chronic intestinal problems, affecting not only their training performance, but their overall health. Mistake 7. Not combining with carbohydrates. One of the biggest mistakes I constantly see, especially among fitness newcomers, is consuming whey protein in isolation, without adding carbohydrates, believing that this will maximize muscle gain and avoid fat gain. When you train intensely, your body uses muscle glycogen, our energy reserve from carbohydrates, as the main fuel. After training, these reserves are depleted, and your body enters an ideal anabolic state, but it needs 2 essential components: proteins for muscle reconstruction and carbohydrates to replenish glycogen and enhance the transport of amino acids to the muscles. Research published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition has shown that the combination of proteins with carbohydrates after exercise results in a more pronounced insulin response. Insulin, besides transporting glucose to cells, is a highly anabolic hormone that facilitates the entry of amino acids into muscle cells, accelerating the protein synthesis process. A study conducted at Maastricht University showed that participants who consumed a shake with proteins and carbohydrates had muscle recovery rates 25% higher compared to those who consumed only protein. The idea that carbohydrates will automatically turn into fat is a persistent myth. What many don't realize is that consuming whey in isolation can even reduce its effectiveness, wasting part of the potential of this valuable supplement. An ideal combination would be to add a banana or half a cup of oats to your shake, providing about 20 to 30 grams of complex carbohydrates for every 25 grams of protein. Before we continue to number 6, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Having constant access to correct and science-based information is what will make you progress with health in the long term in the bodybuilding world. Mistake 6. Replacing complete meals with whey. Perhaps one of the most harmful mistakes to health is the tendency to replace entire meals with a simple whey protein shake. I see this frequently in people with busy routines or who are trying to lose weight quickly. I don't have time for lunch. I'll have a shake and that's it. This thinking, although it seems practical, can seriously compromise your results and your health. Whey protein, as complete as it may be in terms of amino acids, is just a source of protein. A proper meal provides much more than that. It offers carbohydrates for energy, healthy fats for hormonal functions, fibers for intestinal health, vitamins and minerals for hundreds of essential biochemical processes in the body. When you replace this with a shake, you are essentially depriving your body of fundamental nutrients. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed individuals who regularly replaced meals with protein shakes and observed significant deficiencies of micronutrients over 6 months, especially iron, zinc, vitamin D, and dietary fibers. These deficiencies manifested as chronic fatigue, compromised muscle recovery, and even impairment of the immune system. Additionally, your digestive system has evolved to process solid foods, which require more digestion time and provide a more lasting feeling of satiety. Liquid shakes are quickly digested, leading to hunger peaks at shorter intervals, which can result in higher total caloric intake throughout the day. Whey protein should be seen as a complement to your diet, not as a substitute. Use it to increase your protein intake when necessary, but keep the focus on a balanced diet based on real foods. If time is an issue, consider meal preparation strategies on weekends or quick but nutritious options, such as chicken wraps with vegetables or tuna bowls with quinoa. Mistake 5. Ignoring product quality. We all have that friend who always chooses the cheapest products on the market, don't we? In times of economic uncertainty, it's natural to try to save money. But when it comes to supplements, often the cheap ends up being extremely expensive. Ignoring the quality of the product you are putting into your body daily can not only compromise your results, but also represent a serious health risk. The supplement market, unfortunately, still faces serious regulation and inspection problems in many countries. When you opt for unknown brands or those with prices well below the market average, you are running the risk of consuming an adulterated or low-quality product. This means that, besides not getting the expected results, after all, your body needs the proteins that are being promised on the label, you may be exposing your body to potentially harmful substances. There have been cases of finding in products of brands known for charging a price much lower than the market standard, undeclared substances such as maltodextrin, and even low-quality casein to fool simple protein tests. Some samples also showed levels of heavy metals above the recommended, especially lead and cadmium, which can accumulate in the body over time and cause neurological and kidney problems. How to make safer choices? Look for brands that present quality certifications, that perform independent purity tests, and that are transparent about the manufacturing process. Check if the company provides product analysis reports and research its reputation in the market. Prefer brands established for a longer time and that invest in research and development. A good indicator of quality is the presence of detailed information on the label, including the origin of the protein, the complete amino acid profile, and the absence of long lists of artificial additives and preservatives. Remember, you are investing in your health and your body. It is definitely not the place to save by cutting quality. Mistake 4. Exceeding the recommended dose. Some people consume 3 to 4 scoops at once, thinking this will compensate for the lack of protein in the rest of the day, or result in faster muscle gains. However, the fact is that the human body has a physiological limit of protein absorption and utilization per meal. Studies in the field of sports nutrition indicate that, for most people, the body can efficiently use between 20 to 40 grams of high-quality protein per meal, depending on factors such as body mass, activity level, and body composition. Any amount beyond this does not result in significant additional protein synthesis. The excess, in fact, is simply converted and eliminated, unnecessarily overloading your organs. The process is simple to understand. When you consume excess proteins, the nitrogen present in the amino acids needs to be removed, being converted into a compound called ammonia, which is toxic to the body. The liver then works to transform this ammonia into urea, which in turn needs to be filtered and eliminated by the kidneys. This extra and constant work can, over time, contribute to kidney problems, especially in predisposed people or those who already have some impairment of kidney function. A study published in the International Journal of Sport Nutrition and Exercise Metabolism followed individuals who consistently consumed more than 2.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily for 6 months and observed significant changes in markers of kidney and liver stress. particularly in those who concentrated this consumption in few meals throughout the day. Compromised kidney function can manifest in various ways: fluid retention, high blood pressure, presence of toxins in the blood that should be eliminated, and, in more severe cases, permanent damage that can lead to the need for treatment such as dialysis. Therefore, always divide your protein consumption into portions of 20 to 30 grams every 3 or 4 hours and fit whey into this. Mistake 3. Combining with unhealthy ingredients. How many times have you seen someone preparing that whey protein shake and adding chocolate syrup, ice cream, sugary syrups, or condensed milk to improve the flavor or increase calories in a bulking phase? I know you might be thinking, nobody does that. But believe me, it's a more common mistake than we imagine, and it can literally sabotage all the benefits that whey could offer. Adding refined sugars and low-quality fats to your shake is like building a house with solid foundations, but using poor-quality materials in the walls. The final result is compromised, no matter how good the base is. When you add simple sugars to your shake, you cause spikes in glucose and consequently insulin in the blood. Although insulin is important for transporting nutrients to cells, constantly elevated levels of this hormone favor fat storage and can, in the long term, contribute to insulin resistance. A study conducted at the University of Sydney compared two groups, one consuming whey protein with the addition of 25 grams of sugar and another consuming the same amount of protein, but combined with low glycemic index fruits. After 12 weeks, the group consuming the sweetened shake showed a significantly smaller reduction in body fat, despite both groups having followed the same training protocol. Furthermore, the frequent combination of whey with saturated and trans fats found in ice creams, creams, and industrialized syrups can increase your blood lipid profile, raising LDL cholesterol, known as bad cholesterol, and increasing cardiovascular risk. Researchers from the American Heart Association have demonstrated that regular consumption of these combinations can negate the cardiovascular benefits that physical exercise provides. The irony is that many people make these additions thinking they are making the supplement more palatable, when in fact there are much healthier and equally tasty alternatives. Try adding to your shake ingredients such as frozen fruits that add natural sweetness and antioxidants, natural peanut butter for creaminess and healthy fats, oat flakes for complex carbohydrates and fibers, or cinnamon, which besides flavoring, helps regulate blood sugar levels. Mistake 2. Not drinking enough water. A silent but extremely harmful mistake is not increasing water intake when starting to supplement with whey protein. Many people focus so much on protein that they forget that protein metabolism is a process that requires a significant amount of water to occur efficiently and safely for the body. Proteins are complex molecules that need to be broken down into amino acids to be used by the body. This process of breakdown and assimilation demands water, and when hydration is insufficient, a phenomenon known as protein-induced dehydration can occur. Simply put, your body needs to steal water from other processes to be able to metabolize all this additional protein you are consuming. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition demonstrated that individuals consuming hyperprotein diets, those that take above 2 grams per kilogram of body weight, showed signs of cellular dehydration when they did not proportionally increase their fluid intake. This dehydration not only reduces physical performance, studies show drops of up to 20% in strength and endurance, but also decreases the efficiency of the kidneys in filtering metabolic waste, increasing stress on these organs. Researchers from the University of Connecticut conducted an interesting experiment. They followed kidney stress markers in 3 groups, all consuming the same amount of protein, but with different levels of hydration. The group with low hydration showed significantly higher levels of urea and creatinine in the blood, classic indicators of kidney overload. A practical strategy is to always consume your whey shake with at least 300 milliliters of water or liquid and keep a water bottle nearby in the following hours. Another tip is to observe the color of urine. It should remain in a light yellow tone throughout the day, indicating adequate hydration. Mistake 1. Unnecessary use just because everyone is using it. The phenomenon of social pressure and aggressive marketing has led many people to consume whey protein without really needing it, simply because they see influencers, gym friends, or coworkers talking about the benefits. The name itself says it all. Whey serves to supplement, that is, complement a diet that for some reason is not meeting the individual's protein needs. If you already consume enough protein through your regular diet, adding whey can be completely redundant, and as we saw in the previous topics, potentially harmful when in excess. To put it in perspective, a physically active adult needs approximately 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, depending on the type and intensity of training. A man weighing 80 kilograms, for example, would need 128 to 176 grams of protein per day. For many people, adding whey to the daily diet would simply mean overloading the system with protein that will not be used, resulting in three main things: financial waste, since supplements are not cheap, unnecessary stress for kidneys and liver, and lastly, additional calories that could be better used with other macronutrients. The money spent on unnecessary, whey could be invested in other supplements with proven benefits, and that might really be lacking in your routine, such as creatine, vitamin D3, or omega-3, depending on your specific needs and objectives. Before buying your next pot of whey, make an honest analysis of your current diet. Record everything you eat for a typical week and calculate your average protein intake. If it is consistently below your needs, or if you have specific times of the day where it is difficult to consume quality protein quickly, then yes, whey can be a valuable tool. Otherwise, perhaps it's time to rethink that automatic purchase. And remember, mistakes when taking supplements don't just happen with whey. If you want to discover 10 mistakes that many people make that throw creatine, which in my view is the most important supplement in the diet, directly in the trash, we have a video appearing right now on the screen showing and explaining each of them. Don't miss it. Thank you for watching this far, and may God bless you, my friend.